Cutters, Degrassi, Unpopular Opinions. Good enough. Welcome you to another Degrassi Unpopular Opinion. Um, so I have been swamped with trying to look at Degrassi stuff, and there was some stuff that I did like a few weeks ago that actually didn't make sense, so I decided not to do videos of it. But don't worry, I haven't run out of ideas. So anyway, this story is about Maya's behavior in the famous season 14 episode, or the four-part summer series. Well, they call it Summer Girls, but it's also called Don't Look Back. Now, here's the context of it. Degrassi was kind of winding down and all that. Me personally, I figured that season 14 was the last of we will see of Degrassi because they're winding down Drew's graduating class and basically, getting clearance about the fact that she was having a baby and with either with either Drew or Eli, and it ended up being Eli's baby. She loses the baby. Pill decides to use her powers after Simpson leaves because of Degrassi nudes and mishandling it, that to make sure Claire was okay, but Claire basically blasts Pill's policies, and Pill's not too pleased. Ollie getting some stuff with Dave and trying to get into a better school. Jenna and Connor being a relationship, but way too late. And Drew dealing with Becky. I don't know why Drew would date his brother's ex-girlfriend. I think he just wanted closure. And Becky having to deal with trouble at home because her parents basically don't talk to her because she put her brother in juvie. Although obviously Mr. and Mrs. Baker knew that if Becky was not in their possession, Becky could have easily told people about them pressuring her, and they would have been in deep trouble. I think that Mr. Baker would have lost his chance to be a pastor. He would have lost it. Yeah, but, they couldn't kick her out. Because she could blab and they feel terrible. Why would Becky be in this situation? Becky should have just left the situation. But anyhow, everything was going according to plan. Drew does his proposal, gets shot down, saves the prom, and gets Pill all pissed off. But thanks to the seniors, they rally around Drew, and Pill allows Drew to get his diploma on stage. Of course, that's not what I'm talking about. And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, fine. And then I find out about this Degrassi show called Don't Look Back. It's a summer movie about Degrassi. And I'm like, oh, they're going to wrap it up with a summer movie, kind of what they did with original Degrassi, because Degrassi Junior High and High, and then they did some kind of a movie around the summertime in January '92, and then that was the last we've heard of Degrassi for 9 years. So basically, I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, that's fine. Tristan does something like a vlog, and the story, I already did a popular opinion about Don't Look Back wasn't necessary and all that. Basically, we had a kidnapping going on, people trying to blackmail Hunter and Frankie, forcing Frankie to give up money, but basically Frankie's intern friend actually ends up being one of the kidnappers, basically trying to take money away from Frankie. I guess they hated Mayor Hollingsworth, I don't know. And then you got a few other storylines, Zoe trying to find love and all that. With Grace, Zoe being forced to go to summer school because of the fact that she was one of the perpetrators of Degrassi nudes, so she had to go to summer school. And then they find out, Maya gets kidnapped because Gloria allegedly gets kidnapped, who was actually supposed to be a maid a nanny for a music mogul's children. But Maya got the part. Maya failed her CPR course. She couldn't be a lifeguard. So basically, Maya gets involved with the children's lives, and Drew's sake basically needs to stand up to the music mogul, and she does. But the problem with that, of course, is that, the way Maya is and all that, trying to talk to the music mogul and trying to make some sense about things, it reminds you that Maya basically may have had her trauma from season 14. Don't know what I mean? I'll tell you. So I did plenty of season 14 stuff about Maya, and the fact is, When Maya and Miles were in a relationship, season 14, was it because Maya had genuine concern for Miles and his family problems, or was it because Maya realized that she needed to help somebody because she still blames herself for not helping Cam and, Cam committing suicide season 12, that she still had the guilt in her and she wanted to alleviate her guilt. So, of course, Maya has nightmares about Miles being in situations for Cam. She tries to get help and all that. She gets Miles in trouble and herself into deep trouble. And then basically, Miles got his father to admit his faults. And basically, Maya was happy. And Miles says, check up on me every so often. And Maya just scoffs and then just walks away. To me, it always seems to me that Maya, because she helped Miles out, she doesn't have to worry about things anymore because she got what she wanted. She helped somebody and she didn't have to worry about Cam ever again. Although she tried to help Sig out in season 14 as well. So, yeah, when I look up her plot, and her overprotectiveness and all that, it just worries me. It's like, I thought that after helping Miles, she stopped being a nervous wreck and would actually be a normal teenager. But no, it didn't seem that way. And it just shocks me that I thought Maya was calmer now and that Maya had alleviated her guilt from Cam in season 12. Being with Sig is not good because, Sig was the one who kind of caused Cam to off himself. And, Maya wanted to help Sig, and I think Sig, in a sense, knew that Maya was weakened by not helping Cam, so Sig basically got himself into this trouble and knew that Maya would try to help him. Unfortunately, though, it didn't work out that way. I like Maya, though, but yeah, it was kind of awkward and all that. I did a post about it and nobody commented on it, not even one little comment. Kind of stupid, don't you think? But anyhow, it seemed to me that Maya was still the pretentious overprotective person that she was in season 13 and 14. But the fact of the matter is that, after the movie, it's like, oh, Maya never seemed to change and all that. She's with Sig. And then Tristan said, you think these guys are bad? Wait till the new class comes. And I'm like, they're not ending Degrassi? I thought they were supposed to end Degrassi. That's what I was told. But actually, I found out that, it was supposed to be the end of it, but then there was a new deal with Netflix and trying to make it more serious and all that with Degrassi Next Class and making situations like Black Lives Matter, a bus crash, depression, anxiety, bipolar stuff, lots of things. I mean, Degrassi did its job, but I just was shocked. I mean, I wouldn't have minded if Maya ended her Degrassi career just being happy-go-lucky and all that. She just lost it. And I thought, okay, Maya's guilt has been alleviated. And then the bus crash happens, and then she has her feelings of guilt. And I'm like, why? Why, Maya? Why? But it doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to give you guys some context about things. So, yeah, fight me on that. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.